Better not be third person. Yeah, that's right, it's not third person. Nice! This round is for the children. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum. Parachute's open. Not enough of Dionysus is inside the zone. It's not worth going there. Laka is still a viable position, but we're going to have competition for sure with two people coming through. Other than that, we've got a couple of low-level parachutes, but they're not going to get as far. We can actually make better distance if I aim slightly that way. So it looks like we've got a crosswind. We've got a crosswind that's aiming us down this way. My intention is to actually get down near Laka and move through. We're not going to loot Laka. We're going to head for Alicampos or Neochori. Either one is a much better position than Laka itself. Oh, Mini-Lad is already down. Again, players that are not used to Arma 3 Battle Royale, they go into an area all at the start. They open up low, which means that you end up into a firefight right away. And then it's just down to luck. Whoever finds a weapon first is the one who wins. And that is not a situation you want to be in. The goal is to be in a situation where skill determines who wins, not luck. And I'll be honest, if I get into a situation where it's skill dependent, Summit, Lyric, several of the others, they've got the skill. They definitely have me dead to rights. The difference is quite often they aim for luck-based situations instead of skill-based situations. If that drops a crate, it's going to. Watch him. If he suddenly turns, it dropped a crate. He didn't. Okay. Here we are. Arriving on the ground safely. 14. Perfect landing speed. The opponents that were coming down in the same area as I will, they will most likely be heading for that military compound. Based on their trajectories, that would be the assumed position for them to head. Although I do not see anybody going up that hill. No, still no. Surprised. I actually expected someone to be going up that hill. Unless they found a vehicle on the far side, in which case they're gone. And that's exactly what you should do. If you find a vehicle, you should get the hell out. Close the door. Thank you. Let's continue moving. Well, we got our backpack. That's good. We didn't get any clothes, but that's fine. We've got a chest rig. In terms of carrying capacity, we're doing pretty well. I honestly wish I hadn't switched clothing. The civilian jumpsuit is still a little bit better than this, but we'll make do.
Glory to the Hypnotoad.
Camelot 2, thank you very much for the donation, sir. Thank you so much for donating to help privileged, or, well, help privileged, not even helping privileged, helping underprivileged children in the Sick Kids Network. Thank you so much. This is for all the children. I hope the children get healthy soon. Happiness and much love from the Netherlands. Thank you so much, Camelot. Very, very much appreciate your donation. I will move that over to the donation team later on this evening. After the stream is all finished, I will move all donations across and get those set in. Let's see some nice Aces Fist for that donation. I need to make an Aces Donate button or icon, don't I? We need to get back to some more icons. That's the thing. Let's get some Aces Hearts in here. That's what that really is. That's some heart movement right there. Well, got a little southern there. I apologize. Not that there's anything wrong with being southern, but I am not southern, so I shouldn't be doing it. Where are we moving? There's Laka. That's where I was headed. The problem is we're spending so much time trying to get to Laka. I think at this point it's we're going to be looting Laka. That's what's going to happen. We're spending too much time trying to get there that it's just it's not feasible for us to continue through and go to down to Alicampos or even over to Stavros. I think either one of them would be too far to move, especially with the new blue circle spawning in 7 minutes instead of 13 minutes, or 12 minutes rather. Hey Twiggy, you're still here! Thank you very much for sticking around, sir. Thank you all very much for sticking around, by the way. We got 109 people in here. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I've seen a peak so far of 154. That's great. The road is actually right next to us here, so we are still looking for vehicles. Because if we found a vehicle, that would open up the opportunity. And there it is. That opens up our opportunity to push through for Stavros again. We all had to move pretty far to get ourselves around down here, because the drop point was quite north, up towards Athera. Few people would have made it this far south. I'm going to try and take advantage of that, and we're going to move... I mean, Laka's an okay place to find loot, honestly. We'll find a weapon here. Nothing. We need to find some loot to pop it. Pop the loot cherry, as it were. Get it to move into... Oh, there's some. Get it to move into the spot. There it goes. It did it without us. Nice. And I actually want to... even though I don't really like those smocks, they're still better than the amazing, brilliant Scottish colors that I was wearing. Scotland is great, but not for camouflage. As much as wearing a tartan is cool, it's not exactly good for camouflage. Nope. $1,500. It's unlikely that we will go into daytime or nighttime rather, but just in case, we'll keep it. Oh, woolly. We will. No, I want that and the woolly. Thank you. Put that forward. Put that forward. That's good. We need a weapon. We really need a weapon. Anything shy of that is just not doing what we need. But the woolly pulley will be very helpful as well. The pool rounds. An M4 would be nice, actually. We've already got 2 mags of M4. Not any better. Oh yeah, no, we're good. We've got the woolly pulley and we've got everything we need. We don't need anything else. But I need to have, well, we need a main weapon. We desperately need a main weapon. I hate the Taurus, but we'll take it for now. That's good camo. SVD mag, just because. Nope. Thank you. Something better. Something that doesn't sound like a cannon going off. Okay, we're good. We don't even need to move. That's good to see. Okay. In that case, I think we're actually going to head back towards our ATV. And actually, no, fuck it. We'll just move through. I need to loot anyways. What I really need to find is some trip mines. This is a situation where trip mines are very, very effective. Because we know people are going to be moving down into this area. They may not necessarily move into the buildings and the town that we are in currently, but a lot of them will. And if you were able to put some trip mines out, I honestly think we would just rack up. But with no vehicle, we're relying on feet. And the current circle is near Stavros. Like I said, remember the last round I said circles always tend to end up around Stavros. Well, not always, but they often tend to end around Stavros. And this is another instance where they're going to be doing that. Welcome much, aces. Is the in-game sound on? It is indeed on. Oh, yeah, I have my earphones on. Thank you, my earplugs. Thank you, Camelot. That's just hopefully to make loot pop where it currently is. Boy, that's an annoying bug. Finally did go. That should pop all the loot in this area. Nice. Nope. Close the door. Thank you. Taking way too much time here. I don't like going up these towers either. Huh. Okay, fine. So, shut the door. Shut all doors. Leave no evidence that someone has come through here. All doors are shut. Skulk away. And get ourselves down to where we need to. Games 8 Gaming, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, sir. Thank you so much for tuning in. As we are pushing ourselves over. We're actually heading more towards Tounry than Stavros. And I'm just realizing how much I'm sweating. I actually need to wipe off my shift key. Or else risk my fingers sliding off it in a key moment. Because you know that's what's going to happen. It's very, very warm today. Ow. It doesn't help that my heart is beating out of my chest. And we haven't even gotten into any action yet. It's just the whole prospect of this is causing me to... get tired. There we go. That should be better. Just with anything else, as we move through into these areas, always make sure that you... Again, we take something to pop the loot. Hopefully that pops the loot in a timely manner. But we don't really have time to sit around and wait. You can use the reeds to move undercover. But we shut all doors. Every door that I open, I shut. It's actually a reflex. That way we ensure that there is no way other people know that you're there unless they physically see you. When the action starts, oh shit, anything is possible. It's usually that first shot that scares the crap out of me. Oh, I saw something. There it is. Inventory. There we go. We found something. That should pop the loot out. And that'll cause it all to warp into its better positions. Oh, Cake just got taken out by Oshi7. We've got all this equipment, but we don't have the weapons to go with it, fortunately. We're actually very much hampered or lacking at the moment in terms of weaponry. To a point where I'm very, not upset, wrong term. I'm very hesitant to get into any kind of firefight. At least we get a scope if we've got a good weapon instead of this AK. Oh no, we actually have that one, don't we? It's those ones we don't have. A lot of people tell me I'm taking too long when I organize, but organizing means that in a flash, I know where my equipment is, what I've got. For instance, now I know I have, can't use that, but I can use that. Those can go there. That's already set. I'm actually going to switch to this bag. I don't particularly like this weapon, but it is better than the AK that I had. I'll keep the AK just for emergencies. And for the suppressor that we just got. So the AK is now suppressed, but it's not a weapon I like. Liam Stokes, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, sir. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, sorry, guys. Do not have the suppressor for that, unfortunately. That's a shame. That would have been a nice thing to have. I haven't heard anything more about the circle, or at least I haven't seen anything more about the circle. We're still good. Circle hasn't closed in or anything yet. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a sniper crate right now. Especially if it had both of those weapons in it. Oh, Lyric is already down. Okay, here's where we switch. I actually don't like this weapon. Really dislike that weapon. So we're going to take the one that's non-tracered. It just dropped a crate. And it dropped it out there. I was hoping we could see the red smoke. There it is. Red smoke confirmed. Okay, up on that hillside too. Yeah. Not great. The circle has shrunk and locked down a little bit more. That's just a troll crate, unfortunately. I don't even think that's inside the circle. There is a speedboat. he's looted these already. So we know there is a player up ahead of us in Tounry. We need to try and bait that player out if we can. I really want a M4 suppressor. With an M4 suppressor, this would have much better success. There it is. And a Mark 17 and a PU scope. Or PSO scope. There we go. And our trip mine. Okay. Okay, now the stress is really starting to pick up. I want to get over to there. Sorry guys, you know me. It starts to get more tense, I start to get quieter, unfortunately, so I'm going to try and fight that instinct. You can see what I've just tried to accomplish. Oh, much better scope. Thank you. Good timing. No. What do we got? Circle there. Okay. Hey, Lewin. Try and dry the hands off.
Cheese it!
Central One, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nope. Sure. Let's do some quick organization. We have 6 of those kits, that's fine. Move those back. Those are not things that we're going to be using in all likelihood. We'll move those forward just in case. Because if we can find that, that would be great. We'll move that and that forward just in case. And we can, if we need to, get rid of the backpack. Zone is moved towards us. Another frag grenade. Once again, we take the suppressor not because it's going to help, because it's going to hinder others. We don't have the L85 suppressor, so it's no point. But damn. sounds like someone bringing a truck. Bloody rabbits.
Cheese it!
Tis 14 Callum, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, sir. And Ace Frags, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Wow, that is the biggest troll of a crate I have ever seen. That's inside the zone, too. There's the edge of the circle. Second crate dropped within the circle. Halifax gets taken out by Psy Syndicate. Make sure I'm not getting flanked from behind. Okay, let's get rid of all our tracer rounds, because that was almost a bad mistake. I have non-tracers in there right now. Yes, yes. Okay. There's a vehicle out there. Backpack's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Web dork will be in the water. Next circle is going to force me around. I think we're going to move along the shoreline. I don't normally like doing that. You're pretty exposed.
Cheese it!
Torchy92, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Welcome to the stream.
Cheese it!
Tragic3355, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the stream. How far are we moving up? Damn. Okay. Callendale's still alive with a good-sized weapon. Gonna get shot. I'm gonna get shot. I'm gonna get shot. There's no way this will work. I'm gonna get shot any second. I'm gonna get shot. Athos takes out Callendale. Stupid water. Okay, whoever just went into the water made a fatal mistake. I think it's Webb. And that mistake is when he comes out, he was not in a wetsuit, so when he comes out he has to go through the ARMA sequence of stopping and pulling your weapon out At which time we can shoot him. I know where Athos is. Looked like a player, I figured I would take the shot just in case.
Cheese it!
Grave Maggot, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, we are looking for our opportunity here. We should get, there's no way that this has worked as long as it has for us not to get shot. So honestly, I want everyone to be prepared for the fact that we're gonna die. There's almost no chance that this could work. The guy that's in the water, Pydex, that was a mistake on Pydex's point, because there was nothing he could do. He couldn't defend himself there. It's a mistake to go into the water unless you have very specific equipment. You need to have a wetsuit, so that way your weapon is always out. You need to have a rebreather if you're going to try and pull off the Scuba Steve strat. If not, then that means you have to keep coming up for air. Now, I think he had a rebreather, so in that regard, he was good. But when he came out, he had to go through an action, and it's a laborious action where you sit there and pull your weapon out. And in the meantime, anyone can shoot you. You can't do anything. There's really no getting out of that action. I believe we're down to 2 or 3 people. I did not see the message. Panic really has you unsure how many people are left. I know we heard a weapon from over there. One more circle is probably going to decide this one way or another. That looks like possible player movement underwater there. I'm seeing light areas move around that I wouldn't have expected to. So someone may be doing the Scuba Steve. Which, hey, if they were able to pull it off, that's fantastic. That definitely... Oh, it looks so much like someone pulling off a Scuba Steve. Full bore. It really, really does. Because that's where I can get screwed. If someone has a wetsuit and a rebreather, they could pull out right behind me here and I would have no defense against them. No defense at all. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of people telling me to go to sub only because I'm assuming there's a lot of people popping in. I just read like the last 8 people were telling me to go sub only, so I am going to switch to sub only. Oh. This is not the time to try and do this, guys, but okay, I will switch to sub only. Can I set it? Where is it? Where is it? Subscriber only. Subscriber only chat. Saved. There we go. It should be set to subscriber only. Thank you all very much for the follows. There's a bunch of people coming in. There's no way I can try and keep up with those follows, guys. I'm sorry. I have to try and listen for the movement. I actually get the feeling we're down to just the 2 of us. Now, based on where the shots were last time, I'd actually guess that he's on the opposite side of this wharf. We're literally on opposite sides of the wharf from each other. I heard his shots earlier. I know he's nearby the wharf for sure. But I'd actually guess that he's directly across from me. I'm actually going to throw a nade. Literally a guess nade. And I'm hoping I can get it nearby where he is. Oh, the potato! The potato! No! Big Z! And he dies to the circle! No! And Athos takes the victory by default! No! That was heartbreaking! Absolutely heartbreaking. I was right where Athos was. He was over on the far side. I didn't expect that third person. Damn it! Oh, Athos wins by default, son of a... Oh well. Damn good round, nonetheless. Hi, kitty, run away, that's right. Oh! My heart just...